Good morning to some of you. Good evening to some of you. Good afternoon to Shane there in Malaga. And guys, I would just like to explain. You see here, Nick, he's wearing his Barcelona jersey, and I was wondering why. And when he came on, he said, "Look, I'm eating chicken wings. They're very greasy. Why should I dirty my Milan jersey? So let me dirty my Barcelona one." It's two steps ahead, Nick. Two steps, and he's got McDonald's Wi-Fi, so please forgive him on just in case. Fabio, buongiorno.
Oh no, yeah. What perfect time! I wasn't even ready yet, but I'm
No,
here.
we
I
were
am.
gonna
Here
play
I
that.
am.
We're gonna play that. We have John Cena on because you can't see him. We're just gonna be the. Or Shane says you identified as a chair, so that's we're gonna do the whole interview as a chair. Kim, this is prime time for you. It's 10 p.m. For you, was it 9 p.m. for Nick there? So this is pretty good. You're gonna watch the game, maybe go to bed. These are prime time. But how you feeling before this Verona game? I'm gonna start with you because you were first on. And as we talk, let me pull up. This is what it looks like. No, sorry, made official. 3-4-3. I know some people are complaining. I don't have a problem with it, but what say you, man?
Look, it's different. Still a few question marks over Giroud starting again. I mean, that guy I don't know what Piol is doing to him, but yeah, hopefully he does his job and that's it. Like, yeah, he needs a vacation, but obviously Piol's like, nah, fuck you, I don't, nah, you're starting. So that's
Or
my only question mark in that, and Krunic as well. With what's going on with the social media,
oh
players
Jesus,
unfollowing him, like I don't know what all that's about, but well, time will tell.
time will tell, right? So how about you, Nick? Do you have a problem with this formation? Maybe like we're talking about Giroud. Maybe a lot of people have a problem with that, but we are playing Cagliari. If I see him start again against Cagliari, then we can have another discussion. But do you mind this 3-4-3? Him trying something different?
Look, no, I reckon I'm all for it. To be honest, I reckon Verona gonna try and put like a low block on. So I think there's a reason why he's doing it. So we can just play on the halfway line. Bit worried about Sporty Yellow. I just hope he has a good game. But yeah, I'd want to see someone sub for Giroud about half time, hopefully, if he's not firing.
Yeah, definitely. Like if it's not clicking, we'll see what goes from there. Shane, how about you? Look at Lab Gorilla. He's already having indigestion with this lineup. But to me, honestly, it's like I'm gonna judge it after. I like this because it gives another possibility. I like Musa. I like Musa there. And guys, we all said Florence is gonna do his job, right? That's the way I look at it. I like mentioning Sportiello as well because it's gonna be at least 2 games before maybe 3. But how do you feel about this lineup?
I mean, in a way, it is positive because I think one of the main hang-ups about Pioli was that he didn't change it up either quickly enough or he just didn't change it at all, right? So I think this is positive. The 2 questions I do have though, and I'm not trying to be negative here or anything, but does anyone know if Moose has actually ever played that position before, and if Florenzi has? Because they don't strike me as like those type of players.
Lorenzi at Roma, I believe, did play that position, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
If anybody in the chats, Musa, I'm not very familiar. Maybe Fabio, do you? Maybe
I don't believe so. I've never seen him play in a formation like this. But
So I think Romero would probably be better in Moose's position, to be honest. But
we should, guys. Like I said, it's Verona, right? Would I like to try something like this against a top 4 team? Probably not. But hey, let's try it out. Let's see. Fabio, I unfollowed you on Twitter. I unfollowed
knew you did.
on
you
the
liar! You don't even have a Twitter.
I unfollowed you on the Instagram that I don't have. We are, because we need to get with the program. Everybody's unfollowing each other. Nothing else to write about, right? But other than unfollowing you, are you being mad at this formation? I know you're mad at me, but are you mad at this
Well, before we do anything, since Vincenz is never going to learn, Do us a favor. If you want to follow somebody, make sure you follow us, all right? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Hit the notification bell and smash that damn like button so you're up to date with all the MWP content we push out. Listen, I would just harp back on the fact that why is Drew starting again? Why did we buy Okafor? Why did we buy Joe? Is it to never play them? Because this is a perfect time to actually give it a chance. And honestly, it never changes with this guy. He's gonna run some of our players into the ground. Krunic and Giroud, if they make it to the end of the season, it'll be a fucking miracle. But we'll see what happens. I'm happy to see Musa starting, him and Pulisic both on the field. I hope my Americans have a good game. That's what I hope.
Definitely. And the you know, I think I don't have a problem with Giroud unless he starts again on Wednesday. So it's Cagliari, right? So we'll see what
I'll
happens.
put money he does. I'll put money he does.
No, we'll see. Kim. So looking back at these, we always like to talk about who needs to step it up today, right? Supposedly writing down that what's his name? Leao is captain. And from the performances, I'm going to go that Leao needs to step it up, especially if he's wearing that armband. Do you see anybody else who needs to step it up today?
I'd probably put for Chow. He needs to step up after that disaster he had against Inter, especially getting bullied by Turam. But yeah, if you ask me, Leao definitely the most needs to step up.
Leao, you're agreeing with that one. Nick, how about you, man? Do you agree? Do you see Leao or anybody else you think that would need to step up and make their mark on this game?
It's going to sound really controversial, but I really want to see Reindeer score. He's had so many opportunities. I just want to see him bang one in the net. I don't see he needs to step up, but that's one thing I want to see from the game.
Maybe he's gonna be the maestro of the midfield. Who knows, right? I don't see Krunic just stepping up, going forward, playing more defensive. Who knows? Yeah, okay, Rangers, that's a good one. Shane, how about you, man?
Yeah, Pulisic, I think for me needs to kind of step it up now and actually score a couple of extra goals because he does have the quality, right? But the thing is he really needs to take the responsibility for scoring off of either Leao or Giroud, like constantly. Because Giroud is like, I mean, I'm going to call him a pensioner, even though I think he's my age. But anyway, Giroud being a pensioner, like, I mean, I can understand why he's starting, right? But the ideal situation for me would be to be like so comfortable after 60 minutes that we can take him off and then replace him with, what's the guy's name? Jovic, yeah, the guy that's here for a season. I mean, yeah, it's like, we're putting way too much responsibility on Giroud, especially at his age, because Moyen's already
silent,
gone.
Shane. The D is silent. Giroud.
Okay, Giroud. So Giroud is he's playing way too much. I mean, Moyen has gone down. It's only a matter of time before Giroud goes down. So.
Mr. Positivity himself saying that he's going to get injured. This is one thing. And if he does, Shane, I'm fucking blaming you. This is live. It's recorded. We shall see. Fabio, who needs to step it up according to the starting lineup to you? Do you agree with Leao?
Well, yeah, after the last game, Leao's definitely got to get on the score sheet today. But I would harp back on, I think it was what Nick said. It's got to be Rain Diaz, man. He hasn't had many shots that are just beautiful shots. A lot of times they're up in the stands or way off. So let's get him on the score sheet, give him a little confidence, get our midfield scoring a little bit. And yeah, I kind of would agree. Pulisic needs to have a great performance today so he can be looked at as the first option on that right wing side. For me, I think it's really important for him. You can't have 2-3 games where it goes by where it's just always on Leao again. So you got to get that right side scoring, or at least create some sort of brilliance to get a Giroud goal or Leao goal, somebody who go like Pulisic needs to step it up. So those are my 3 guys. All 3 of them have to have a great game today.
And I like what you're saying on this one, and talking about rotation, different formation. That's why I don't have a problem right now before the game, because guys, remember, today Verona, Wednesday Cagliari, Lazio on Saturday, Dortmund for 4 days after that. Then you have, and Genoa finishing 3 days after that. Then you do have that 2-week break, and you're going to face Juventus. So this stretch of games, right? First of all, I need a convincing win today, right? I'll be happy for 3 points, don't get me wrong, but I need a convincing win to try to forget about 0-0. Yes, anyways, the week that was there.
I want to bring this up, what Steve Wells put. He worries that we're sending a bad message to our youth team. Pioli won't start Barzagli on the left. We'd rather change systems. So if we do bring up young Francesco eventually, will he want to stay if there's no way into the first team? That's even to say if Pioli's still the coach at that point. What do you think about this, Vinny?
Let me just pull this. No, but I just wanted to see the La Panchina. Let me just, who's on the bench today? Okay, so you do have Romero, Okafor, Jovic. Okay, Bartesaghi is there. Pellegrino is there.
But here's his chance. Steo's not starting, and we'd rather play Florenzi on that side.
Do you want to start a guy that has no Serie A experience on a game that you need to win convincingly? I get what he's saying. It's what Steve's saying. It makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
We'll see. If you had to rotate the youngsters, right? You got Cagliari, and then you got Genoa in a couple of weeks.
I would just say, what is the purpose of having these players? Why are they here? If there is no way to get them onto the field, why are they here? That means they're not good enough. So are we just keeping people just to fill a roster spot? The same thing would be said of Adley. Why is he here? If he never gets time, why is he here?
Kim, what say you, man? Do you think it's a Pioli's bad message for the youngsters, or in the end, if we're winning, we're winning? Nobody will bring up this stuff. I don't know.
Well, as we all said before the season started, it was a good transfer window, but yeah, the ball's in Pioli's hands, as we all said. So that's what
Well, I think if we didn't have that performance against Inter or Newcastle, I don't think we would be having this kind of conversation. So it's like sometimes, something goes bad and we try to find something, right? Whether it be those stupid articles from La Gazzetta, whether it be going to fucking Instagram and finding out, oh my God, they don't follow each other. Why would this be coming out now? But to you, Nick, do you think, the message for Pioli for the youngsters, or do you see that maybe we'll be rotating in the maybe by Wednesday against Cagliari?
I definitely think he should. As you've seen with like Giroud, who doesn't like changing his squad too much of his pillar players. I don't know. I reckon the heat's definitely on. He needs to create, as you said, some attacking options on the right hand side. Maybe that's why he's doing a free man defense today. But I do think he needs to rotate pretty heavily, to be honest with you.
Okay. Shane, would you have preferred sticking to the same formation and bringing in the youngsters, or putting in a little bit of experience and changing formation? On what side are you?
Yeah, youngsters are tricky. And I know we all want a club where we have 11 starters who came up from the Primavera. But at the end of the day, Pioli's main job
You're
is
a
to get
liar. You told me when you go to the bar, you prefer youngsters.
Jesus Christ.
I never said that. No. Legal youngster. Anyway, right, no. So yeah. So I don't understand a lot of this youngster talk, to be honest. It's not like that they're now the one guy I'm like really excited about, Camarda, yeah, right. Like he looks legitimate, right? He looks legitimate, like great quality. But the rest of them, I mean, for every Camarda, there's like, I don't know, give me a couple of other good examples.
Hashim Mastours. People were getting excited with YouTube videos.
Pioli's job to get 3 points. He's calling on the depth. Some of the depth players we have are junk. Jovic, for example. Sorry. But like besides that, yeah, this is okay. But if we see Giroud silent D at the end. If we see Giroud playing against Cagliari, though, like seriously,
Let's complain when we get there. You're already complaining like 3 days ahead of time. Relax.
no,
relax,
I know,
Shane.
but like
You're hanging
Nah,
around
I
way
don't.
too
I don't
much
think he will.
with Husney, man. I think we need an intervention with both of you. Like you were so jolly and peppy and full of, good moods, and then Husney got into your life. You see what happens? You see what happens?
The
dark
master
side
of the
is all.
apprentice.
that's it.
Fabio, give me, man, the what happened to Kim. Let's see here.
We lost.
Got a heads off. All right, see you, buddy. And Forza Milan. So going back, I could, you know what? Maybe I'll predict Lego Romero coming on. Maybe this kind of formation, maybe at for substitutions. Hopefully Pioli does
Better
not
chance
wait.
of Lego Waffle getting on there. All right, there's first of all something again. It just baffles my mind. Pioli had something to do with some of these players, right? He supposedly is more in the conversation of the players he brings in and yada yada yada. But why does he never start these guys? I don't get it. Here's a perfect chance, but we're going to run out most of our main starters. Obviously, Tomori, Chow, we need them in there. Sportiello, please, for the love of God, man, look like a fucking professional. Do not look like you did in preseason, because that will drive me crazy. But it baffles the mind why we bring players in who Pioli then thinks they're not good enough to even push the starters. Because if they're not, why do you have them? The reason you should have backups of quality is because they push your starters to play to their highest ability. Otherwise, they'll lose their spot. But like Diaz in the past with CDK behind them, these guys stunk. So they never had to worry. Jovic is here for one reason only. So he can get all the free off-white merch and the BMW or Audi, whatever the hell they're going to give him later in the season. This is why these players sometimes come here. They have no intention of playing, but they can sit on the bench and reap the benefit of thousands of dollars worth of free merchandise we just give away. So for me, I don't even know what the hell the question was, but I'm just fed up. Now we're switching formation. Fine. Okay. But I need a performance. I need them to look like we are. It was just a hiccup last week. We're going to be back on track, and let's get 2 goals for Atalanta. Let's do a parade. All right. He didn't do it for Milan. That's all I care about. I don't care what jersey he's wearing when he scores goals. He didn't do it for us. He's a bum. All right. I need to see. I'd love Leao to score. That'd be hilarious. Couldn't do it during the week, but do it here against this Minnow team. Dale's backup. Look at this guy's. Man, this is getting me all over the place. I need a 3-0 win. I need 2 Americans on the score sheet and Leao as the third. That's what I say, Vinny. I don't even know what the question was, but I'll give you an answer.
It's all good. To what your comments, and I get what the guys are saying in the comments as well, and what you just shared, but I'm going to turn around and go, we're not at practices. We don't know what's going on, how they practice. Maybe Pioli doesn't know. I'm no coach, right? So I for me to believe that Pioli sits there and says, fuck you, Adley, fuck you, Jovic, fuck you, you ain't playing. I can't believe that. So to me, I'm always a kind of a person that's help me understand, right? So that's why we have these therapy sessions. That's why we like to discuss. But okay, so let's finish this off, because now we gotta go get ready. Some of us need to wipe off our barbecue sauces off our fingers off the Barcelona jersey. Some of us have to remind that hangovers are not cool. Shane and Fabio, au café, you're gonna have another cup. Are you ready for Liban Youssef isn't wrong. He's already having a drink. What a trooper. What a trooper.
That's true.
But okay.
Depends on the game, Vinny. The game will depend how much drinking I need to do early in the morning. If we look like shit, I'll crack open an iced tea right away. If it gets really bad, I'll go to the liquor cabinet and we're gonna have to get serious immediately.
All right, so it's with levels.
Yes.
Fabio's with level. Nick, give me a goal scorer and give me maybe a dark horse of the match. Who do you got, man?
Do you know what? I got a dark horse of Kies going ahead up in my corner, and I got Leao scoring a brace.
A brace. Okay, I like it.
We win 4-1.
4-1. All right, so high scoring game for Nick. Vinny, tell Pioli not to get Cardinal.
I think that's my father.
Is that your dad?
It might be Roberto Baez. I think that's
Behave
my father.
then. Behave, Fabio.
Buongiorno, papa.
Buongiorno, buongiorno, signore. Roberto. Shane. Give me a prediction. Give me a goal score. Give me a dark horse. What do you got?
Ideally, it'd be 3-0. Realistically, it'll probably be 2-1 with a goal in injury time from someone like fucking Giroud because he has to stay on. So I'm going to go like Giroud and I'll go Musa.
Okay, I like it. Fabio, you already answered. Do you want to go back on your comments?
No, I'm just gonna say 3-0. That's all I expect. I want a strong outcome today. I know all I Matt's is saying we're being a little too negative about Pioli, but you know what, Pioli, you did this to yourself. You and that team that you run out there, you guys had no heart last weekend. You couldn't find any answer during the midweek. Now, today, you got us up early. Some people, my poor Gio over there, he still got crust on his face. He hasn't even woken up. He's probably got cookie crumbs on his shirt. We got to get him up, get him going, because Milan's going to ruin his day if they don't come and do what they're supposed to do. 3-0. Don't fucking disappoint me. Forza Milan.
Yeah, I like this 3-0. That's what I was thinking about. Andon, you're joining in late, but give it some thoughts about the formation, maybe a goal scorer. Who do you see stepping up today? What say you, man?
Yeah, sorry. I think this is just a typical Pioli panic move, changing the full formation. Sometimes when things are not going well, he just doesn't know how to handle the situation. And I'm kind of worried about this formation because I know that usually when we play in attack, we play this formation when we attack. But the problem will be in defense phase. Because we have Florenzi on the left, Musa on the right. Musa is great going forward, but he's not great at defending. And plus, Krunic hasn't had a minute rest this season, Giroud as well. So I'm worried about getting more injuries, especially from those players that are mostly more used. I'm glad to see Teos getting a rest, not playing. But again, Krunic and Giroud will be, how to say this, they're exposed to great risk of getting an injury. And either one of them gets injured, we're in a big trouble because we don't have the proper players, especially for those two positions, to replace them. So I'm just hoping the main thing will be to avoid injuries because we're so unlucky with those things. My main concerns for this game are that, and we have to have an answer this game. We have to win it no matter what because we have two bad results, although 0-0 is not a bad in Champions League, but still, when you had the chance to win it, to score like 3-4 goals is a bad result. So these two next game, this game and the game after, will be crucial to see how the whole season will go out because these are the games that rotations are needed to be done. And especially, it's good to see Sportiello how he will handle the situation when Mike is out because even though Mike, for example, will be back for Lazio, what prevents him to going injured again? I don't have that much faith in Mike not getting injured. So these two games will be a perfect indicator to see how everything will be handled. I'm hoping for a win, but the only thing that I'm skeptical about is Pioli and his decision, especially with substitution.
I got something.
I
got something I'm nervous about. Tick Size brought it up. This is going to be a purple shirt event tonight. So I don't know. I think it's much like that disgusting Fort jersey a few years ago. I think we're only going to see this jersey like a few times. If it doesn't look bad, they're going to scrap it immediately.
Did Gio buy it? He didn't, did he?
You know he did. He probably got one for him and his daughter.
Find
I
that,
think
'cause I
Compare
need to know.
Franco has one too. I saw him wearing it in a picture, but it looked good on him. I'm not going to speak ill of Compare Franco. But special shout out to the First Lady and King of Philly. Just they're checking in, Vinny. We gotta say hello to Dave and Angie out there.
Where are they checking in? Where
It's a little private chat, but I'm giving it out.
Oh, it's a little private chat. Salute to the First Lady and the President of Milan Club Philly. I'm gonna go get Fabio. Do you want to keep on talking with our fellow
No.
patients?
I gotta get myself together. All
What
right,
are you doing? What are you, a
long
crooner? You're there swaying in the.
I'm swaying because Vinny, I'm already getting nervous. All right, I'm getting nervous. I don't know what
Senor
I'm
Robert,
expecting.
tell your son he needs to. I don't know if he takes the stress from you.
Just a second, guys. I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but our Primavera is winning 3-0 to Juventus at halftime. So at
Very
least they're
nice.
doing good.
At least they're doing good. And they're
Very
saying
Abate
that
I think Abate has won almost all the games since start of the season.
it's still Abate, the coach, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah. He's looking good.
They're
looking
training out.
good.
Okay, so we're gonna go catch, see what's going on the pitch. It's pouring and hailing on the pitch. It's gonna be one of those hard-fought battles. But
Oh god.
I like the. Would it be a 3-0? I just need a convincing win. Let's forget about this past week. Let's head on to Verona. Let's go take on Cagliari and then bring on Lazio on Saturday. And on that note, gentlemen, ovunque sempre, Forza Milan.
Forza Milan, guys.
Forza Milan.
Let's
Ciao,
go.
guys.
Ciao.